Analysis of War by Luigi Pirandello. Well, whenever a war comes, it comes with an anticipation of the present, future, and which is always painful. Pirandello is an Italian dramatist, novelist, poet, and a short story writer. He writes with magical powers and he turns his psychological aspects into the theatre. And for this work, he had been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 1934. The theme of his writing was war, since their sons were captured in World War I. It created psychological difficulties in his wife. So his work also shows his sensitivity to the monotony of a disillusioned life in search of a personality. Talking about the theme of the play, it is morbid upmanship. Now, what exactly is morbid upmanship? Morbid upmanship is an unpleasant subject related to death or a disease. And upmanship is to show superiority. Yet another theme of the play is conscription, that is, sending the young people at the war front. The story takes place in the night express at Fabriano station, and there were already 5 people in the train's compartment. So this married couple made their way to the compartment. The lady seems to be very heavy-hearted, and her husband tried to make the fellow passenger understand their plight. So their only son was conscripted to the war front, and they have to come to meet him. So here, their son's death is a concern. But another passenger casually takes this and says that his son had attended 2 wars and was injured, and again he had gone back to attend the war. For this, another passenger says that his 2 sons and a nephew were on the war front. Then we are leading to a passage where it is talking about the paternal love. A father would love each of their son rather than be partial. So if they lose both the children, it would be a double loss. The husband argues about the loss, that the loss of their son would bring an end to their hope and aspirations for the future. So hearing all this, in the compartment there was a fat, red-faced man with bloodshot eyes, confronted with rage. Through his words, it shone that the youth of the country are impulsive. They die young, as they were conscribed by the state to participate in the war. They are satisfied, and the average life is not the concern for the youth, but a completely disillusioned future with war is being depicted in that paragraph. The fat man argues if the people at their age can replace the son on the war front, they would do so. At this old age, they love their son, but has to bear with the pain of losing them. After the war, the world with pettiness, void bitterness, and disillusion persists. So if the boy died young at the battle, when he was happy to serve the country, represents a better death. This stoic reply shocks everyone. Towards the end of the story, the woman who was sitting just like a bundle, she realizes that the people are thinking of the sacrifice and taking pride in it. So she should also do so. But she asked the fat man if his son had actually died. And for this response, the sudden realization of the unshakable truth altered the conviction of the fat man, and he breaks down uncontrollably into tears. So this is basically the summary as well as the analysis of the war written by Luigi Pirandello.